Welcome back to Bmaster 79. In this lesson we tackle an ielts writing task 1 line graph from first glance to a full model answer. Stay to the end for the complete essay. Here is the task. The graph below shows the percentage of Australian exports to 4 countries from 1990 to 2012. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features, and make comparisons where relevant. Write at least 150 words. Notice 2 things: percentage, not volume, and 4 countries, which means you must group them. This is the graph. 4 lines, 6 time points, and values running from 0 to 30%. Before you write a single word, spend 20 seconds reading it. Where does each line start? Where does it finish? And do any lines cross? Let us pull the numbers out. Japan begins at about 26% and ends near 17%. The United States begins at 11 and ends at 6. China begins at just 2.5% and ends at 28. India begins at 1% and ends at 5. Start and end figures are the backbone of any line graph answer. Now brainstorm. Sort everything into what goes up and what comes down. Rising, China is flat until 2005, then it explodes, overtaking Japan somewhere between 2005 and 2010, and finishing as the #1 destination. India also multiplies, although it stays small. Falling, Japan starts highest and declines all the way, with the steepest drop in the first decade. And the United States has no clean trend at all. It zigzags, ending at roughly half its 1990 share. That brainstorm gives you the structure. 4 paragraphs. An introduction that paraphrases the question with no data. An overview carrying the 2 big stories and deliberately no figures. Then body 1 for the 2 giants, Japan falling and China rising, and body 2 for the 2 minor markets, the United States and India. Grouping like this is what examiners reward. Before we write, arm yourself with the language. For rises, climbed, surged, rocketed, grew steadily. For falls, declined, dropped sharply, edged downwards. When a line has no pattern, say it fluctuated or oscillated. Hedge your readings with roughly, approximately, or just under, and connect your comparisons with whereas, by contrast, or the phrase mirror image. Paragraph 1. The introduction. The line graph compares the percentage of Australia's exports sent to 4 countries, Japan, the United States, China and India, over a 22-year period from 1990 to 2012. Notice the paraphrase. Shows becomes compares. To 4 countries becomes sent to 4 countries. And the date range becomes a 22-year period. Paragraph 2. The overview, and this is the single most important paragraph in task 1. Overall, Japan was initially by far the largest destination for Australian goods but saw its share decline, whereas China rose dramatically to become the leading market by the end of the period. Exports to the United States fluctuated before falling, while India's share, though it grew, remained comparatively small. Look carefully. There is not one number in that paragraph. That is on purpose. Body paragraph 1. The 2 giants. In 1990, roughly 26% of Australian exports went to Japan. This proportion dropped sharply to about 18% by 2000, after which it edged downwards more gently, finishing at approximately 17% in 2012. China's trajectory was the mirror image. From a negligible 2.5% at the start, its share crept up to 6% in 2005 before surging to 25% in 2012. 2010 and peaking at 28% 2 years later. Body paragraph 2. The two smaller markets. The United States, meanwhile, received around 11% of exports in 1990. Its share fluctuated over the following decade, reaching a high of 12% in 2000, but then declined steadily to a low of 5% in 2010 before recovering slightly to 6%. India accounted for a mere 1% until 2000. Thereafter it climbed to 8% in 2010, though it fell back to 5% by 2012. So why would this score highly? Task achievement. There is a clear overview. The key features are selected, and the data is accurate. Coherence and cohesion. The countries are grouped logically and the linking is varied. Lexical resource. The trained vocabulary is precise, and grammatical range. Complex structures appear naturally, not forced. One honest note. Band 9. Here is my own quality assessment against the public ielts descriptors. It is not a certified examiner score. Here is your homework. Write your own version before you copy mine. Then compare the two. Is your overview first? Are your figures grouped? And have you kept your opinion out of it? If this helps, subscribe to bmaster79 for more ielts walkthroughs. See you in the next lesson.